LiberalViewer presents.
So I thought Senator Rand Paul said some more reasonable things about, Bob Schieffer asked him what bipartisan things you think you could get done, and there are a lot of things I disagree with Senator Rand Paul about, but I find it hard to disagree with almost anything he said in his answer to Bob Schieffer over in this clip.
Tell me a couple of things that Republicans and Democrats could work together on.
One of the things I've talked to the president about is criminal justice reform. This means extending back the right to vote for people who made youthful, nonviolent mistakes, expunging their records, trying to make it easier for them to find employment, shortening, like, I think putting somebody in jail for 10 years for possession of marijuana or sale of marijuana is ridiculous. Some people are in jail for life. So I've called the president and I've told him I agree with commuting some of these sentences, lessening some of these sentences, treating it more as a health issue. So I think people's opinions on criminal justice for nonviolent drug crimes has changed. That's something we could do together.
I really hope Senator Rand Paul's right about that, and one measure of voters' views of criminal justice issues will be a California proposition that's on the ballot this Tuesday. Proposition 47 would save California a lot of money by making all drug possession crimes into misdemeanors and petty theft into misdemeanors, so that people wouldn't be sent to prison anymore for just possession of drugs, and instead they can get, treatment and stay in the local jail system and drug court and that kind of thing. And hopefully that'll pass here in California. And on Tuesday night, Proposition 47 won. And it made me feel optimistic about possible bipartisan work between the Republican Senate, if they do take the Senate, and President Obama on doing something that would really matter to me, criminal justice reform, which is an issue I think is really important. And it's also an issue that I guess is really important to Bill Maher, sort of a well-known pothead, I guess. And he had someone who played a well-known pothead on his show, Kal Penn, who is famous for his role in Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. He's actually worked at the Obama White House, and Bill Maher had a long interview with him, and at the very end he asked Kal Penn to bring a message back to the Obama administration for him, and I'll talk about that a little more after I show you that here.
You have to do something for me was when you see Obama.
Yeah.
I mean, as half of the Cheech and Chong of your generation.
Sure. Yeah.
Ask him why he's so bad on the issue of pot, because he was part of the Choom gang. And he must know that, there's a lot of people who can't vote, can't get housing, can't do a lot of things, get jobs because they have that on their record, that he could have on his record because of what he did. And that's just a hypocrisy I don't think he should be able to live with. Will you take that message to him?
I may phrase it differently, but I'll see what I can do.
Otherwise, I'm with them. Kal Penn, thank you so much.
So, yeah, that would be something that would be a silver lining to the Republicans taking over the Senate if that kind of sentiment came from Bill Maher, took hold in the Obama administration, and found across the aisle participation from people like Senator Rand Paul, so that there really could be criminal justice reform on non-violent drug crimes. That would be awesome. But I want to know what you think. Will the sentiments of more libertarian Republicans in Congress, like Senator Rand Paul, combined with more flexibility in the final 2 years from President and former Choom Gang member Barack Obama, to result in real reform of federal drug laws? And regarding the state laws, does the success this week of Proposition 47 in California and the marijuana legalization propositions in Oregon and Washington, D.C. mean that drug reform is sweeping the nation?
YouTube, you decide.